Welcome everyone, I made another feature for my plugin GIF where you can load GIF files. The new feature is that if you load a GIF file, you can now hit a button and then it will create a bunch of wavetables that you can load into Serum, and I will show you how it works. So first of all, you need a track where you can load a GIF file, and then you do that by going to some GIFs, and then you choose a GIF file that you actually want to see, or here as a wavetable. Let's see, this one looks like it could be cool. And then you can of course still play it back normally, but you could also just hit the wavetable button, and then new wavetables will appear on your desktop and a text file. So these wave files have been created, and this text file. And the thing about this text file is that it is geared for Serum specifically, because in the manual of Serum it says that when you load a wave file from a folder that has a text file that has this name and this information in it, then Serum knows that your samples will be this long for each wave cycle of your wavetable, so it does not have to guess what you try to tell, which is cool, which makes the workflow better. So let's just try that, and now we have an open instance of Serum, and we have to make this a little bit smaller so we can actually drag and drop. We could check out the first wavetable, and we would see it does look a bit like what we had. Now we can just load another one. And another one. Now you might think that it's kind of a weird idea to want to have GIF files as wavetables in Serum, because most of these are more or less the same, and you're right about that. That is not like the most incredible thing of all time. I'm very positive about that. But I do think it's cool that you can just get a full folder of wavetables this way, and then just choose which one you like most and then keep on walking with this one. So now let us just delete all these files and create new files. If you want to keep your files and still create new files, then you have to put them into some folder before running it again. I will have to make this more comfortable at some point, yes, but this is just the first build that has this feature, okay? So now let us actually load another GIF file, and maybe now this was a very abstract one that looked a lot like geometrical stuff. Now next thing we do is we try to take something that actually changes a lot during the animation. Maybe let's try this one. It's also geometric, but it changes a lot. And it has also text in it, which should produce rather interesting results. So yeah, I'm getting the files. Okay, that seems to be it. Yeah, know that there are still something to come. I think that was it. Great. So now let's just try something. Okay, there's nothing in the first wavetable and not a lot in the second. What happens when we go on? Interesting stuff happens in the middle of this. This is of course very crunchy because it has all these very spiky things in it. they usually sound better an octave lower. At this point it seems pretty much the same all the time. So yeah, since the geometrical things are getting more intense the further we go into the GIF animation, the later wavetables are the best ones. And I would assume that even though this seems a bit crappy at first, we can actually get something decent out of it by just reducing the amount and then morph spectrally. What? Why does it have DC offset now? What? But you know, this thing has enough methods for getting something against that. Let's see what we have now. Nice! But you know, this is not a serum tutorial, so let's go on and load another GIF file. See what happens. Now, next thing I try is actually using something that has no geometrical stuff in it. Let's see some cute cats cuddling each other, full of love. Or let's take these cats, they're also very cute. Yeah, they're adorable. Now, yeah, right, we have to delete these files now. So we can hit the wavetable button again. And I realized after designing it that it more reads like it says lit than wavetable. But I'm not mad about that. Yeah. So, what happens? Nothing. What happens? Oh, that actually sounds very soft, almost soft as the kitties themselves. Pretty nice, pretty decent. Let's go further than that. It does seem very similar still. I guess when the overall color palette is more or less the same, then obviously the brightness values are also more or less the same everywhere. So yeah, the results can be very different when doing this, which also makes it very exciting. Now we have something with very shimmery colors, and these points look like they will produce something very weird. Let's try. Great. Okay, is it done? Yes. So I need to figure out why the first wavetable is sometimes nothing though. That seems weird. This has some very nice single waveforms, but the wavetable is not very nice. Yeah, but that's what happens when you just load random GIFs and pretend like that's audio. Let's take this. This is a GIF animation of a speaker bouncing to your bass-heavy music. Boom, 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 boom and stuff. Lit. Let's see how lit it actually sounds. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Wow. Nice. That's interesting. At this point the speaker is a bit more bouncing out, and that also shows in the sound of the wavetable. When we take this get a very smooth sound. And I think when we took the other one, I'm not sure, maybe it would make more sense to take one from the middle, like this one, and it's very far out. For this wavetable, it would make sense to cut everything away that is higher than this. Oops, wrong key. What was it? 135. Remove from selection. Where is selection? All except select. No. Then I have to do it the other way around, apparently. Okay, enough of that. You know how sound design works and everything. So yeah, this is a cool new feature, and of course it's still pretty crappy with all this rendering to the desktop, and then you have to drag and drop it instead of it directly going to your Serum folder and stuff like that. That would obviously be way more comfortable, but it's already fun, as you can see. So go check it out. At some point I will make it nicer, and until then I guess it's cool already as well.